Morning, Rabotai, Boker Tov, Shavua Tov. The Chachamim, they established that when we stand in prayer, when we stand to say Tfilat Amida, we're supposed to resemble Malachim saying Shira in front of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. With regards to the Malachim, the Navi writes, V'raglehem regel yeshara, which means that they have only one foot. So when we stand in Amida, our 2 feet are supposed to resemble 1 foot, hence 1 foot. That's why when we stand in Amida, we stand with our feet together. Lechat techila, preferably, a person's when we put the feet together, both the heels and the toes in the front are supposed to be together. Sometimes you see people that only put their heels in the back together, but their toes in the front, they're separate. Even though they do have what to rely on, but according to, preferably, a person should have both together, both heels and toes together. Now, there are certain situations where a person cannot stand for Tfilat Amida. For instance, let's assume for a moment, let's say a person's ill, a person's not feeling well. Or a person, let's say, it happens a lot with diabetics. They get up, they stand up, and they're very dizzy. They can't stand up and pray. And then, so therefore they sit down and they pray Tfilat Amida. Later, let's say, while it's still Zman Tfilah, the person feels better. The question is, what's the halacha now? He prayed sitting down. It's called Tfilat Amida. Is a person yotzeh or not? According to many, many poskim, a person was not yotzeh what he prayed sitting down, and once the situation that he had passes, he has to stand up and pray again. Nevertheless, Maran Zechron Bracha in Yalkut Yosef Chelik Aleph, which he wrote himself, he writes over there that there are several poskim who write that even when a person sits and prays, a person still yotzeh b'di'avad, and therefore over there, what should he do once the onus passes? He says he should stand up and pray again, but he should make a Tanai Nedava, which means, he says, before he starts the Amida again, he should say, if I wasn't yotzeh the first time and I'm chayav to pray again, this should be a tfilat chova, an obligatory prayer. And if I'm not chayav, if I was already yotzeh, this should be a nedava, this should be a voluntary prayer. Be'ezat Hashem, in the coming days we'll speak about what's the halacha if a person's on a train or on a plane and he has to pray sitting down, what the halacha would be over there. It happens a lot. Yom Tov.